In 1999, the Gartner Group inferred that open source was the hype du jour. Open source communities across the world were up in arms. But you know what? Maybe they were right. Maybe there was something to this. Because for the next 10 years or so after that, people flocked to open source, some for good reason. But in other examples, companies threw projects and threw products at open source with reckless regard and very little planning. And the carnage and wreckage of those projects is to be seen everywhere today. And it's not just from small companies. Even the likes of, let's say, Sun Microsystems, people as big as that were doing this. And projects failed because people didn't think them through, didn't fully understand open source, and didn't fully understand the business models behind it. But since then, the open source business models and the open source development models, community models, have matured. They've gone from being something that people didn't fully understand but felt was a good thing, to being something people fully understand. It has become an exact science and a very proven model. But there are still some holdouts in open source, and one of the great bastions of the proprietary and legacy development models is the financial services space. And this is where Allevo are coming in today. Allevo are turning an industry upside down, disrupting a very traditional method by taking a piece of software that has very traditionally been proprietary and open sourcing it. Allevo is turning an industry on its head, open sourcing what was QPay Integrator, what will now be the FinTP project, disrupting a very traditional path in the sector of licensing proprietary intellectual property. Because Allevo understand where the true value to their end customers lie, and that is not in licensing legacy intellectual property. They've embraced a new business model that puts a focus on where that value really is. It also means that they can embrace all of the benefits inherent in the open source development model. And that doesn't just benefit Allevo and Allevo's customers, but a whole segment at large that can tap into that wonderful open source code and bring it in new directions and bring new enhancements that we all know are associated with the OSS development model. This isn't without its risks, but this is a journey, an evolution, and one that Allevo understand very well, have planned meticulously, and on the current trajectory are poised to succeed at.